Hi sexy, come and watch till the end. Ben Willis, a boring art student, dates Susie until he breaks up with her. Ben compares the split to a car crash. Susie exploded when she learned he wanted to split up. Ben was upset when Susie sought consolation from Steve after their breakup. Ben observes Susie and her new partner as he heads to a cafeteria seat alone for lunch. Scene, his buddy, questions him about Susie. Ben said Susie was constantly seeking a better party or lover to move on to. Ben left her because he could not make her happy. Scene advises Ben to date a model or gorgeous girl. He believes Susie would be envious if Ben dated an attractive model. Ben doubts this advice because he recalls all the women who rejected Scene. Later, Ben attends a painting class. He sketches a class posing nude male in one. He sees a gorgeous girl across the room while painting. Ben is captivated by her, sketching her jawline, lips, and huge blue eyes. His art instructor reminds him that it would be disrespectful not to sketch the voluntarily nude model in front of him. Ben struggles with the breakup throughout the following several days. He cannot sleep and has all day to ponder his broken love for Susie. Ben feels even more alone when he hears people making love through his college dorm walls. Ben calls Susie out of guilt. Susie rejected his attempts to reconcile. Ben's depression worsens. Ben keeps himself occupied throughout the day and at night. Over the following 2 nights, Ben finds a food shop late at night. Ben reads a grocery store ad for night shift workers. Ben finally discovered an excellent nighttime activity. Ben gets a boss interview quickly. Sainsbury's supermarket will hire him. Ben's life will alter when Jenkins shakes his hand. Ben spent the night staring at a spilled bag of peas. Jenkins instructs him to stop staring at the peas. Ben wakes up, but a lovely lady looking for something with her shorts up distracts him. Ben contemplates his passion for painting ladies. He believed the female body had untapped potential. Ben cleans up the peas after Jenkins hits him in the head. Ben watches his colleagues waste time while he adjusts to his new job. Sharon Pinty, the checker, never glances at the clock. Barry Brickman approaches it differently. Brick knows everything except work. His pal Matt Stevens also does dumb things. They joke about putting a nice adult toy in a woman's shopping basket. Barry and Matt were curious whether each lady purchased the adult toy at the register. It would make some of them smile to purchase it. Only Jenkins, their employer, does nothing to kill time. Jenkins spent his time talking about himself to bored coworkers. Night shift workers' oddest pastime is Ben's. When depressed, Ben shuts off the world. He feels time is frozen. He halts everything to execute his will. Ben begins thinking about how much he appreciates women's looks. When Ben was young, his family hosted a Swedish exchange student. The lady strolled from the shower to her room without clothing since Swedish culture is open-minded. Ben considered it half wrong. He often appreciated the woman's physique for its beauty. This inspired Ben to become a painter. Ben saw gorgeous ladies at the shop without clothing in his pause time. He sketched their nude bodies along each aisle, emphasizing their attractiveness. Ben could just snap his fingers to reset time. Scene visits Ben in the morning. Ben recalls being 5 with Scene. Scene and his brother went shopping without their mom one day. Scene wanted to show Ben his parents' nasty magazines. Ben was perplexed by the women's bold nude poses. Scene's mother entered the room unexpectedly. Scene hurriedly placed the magazines back in the drawer, and the 2 lads approached Scene's mother, being rough without intending to. Scene's parents assumed he and his pal were homosexual. When Ben arrives in the morning, Scene orders him to locate more Natalies. Scene considers Natalie a one-night stand. Scene discovered as a child that most women in nasty publications were paid to be nude. Dirty magazines originated here. Scene gave a lot of money to Natalie after learning this. Scene would see Natalie's privates. After liking Natalie, the local men queued up with money. Sharon meets Ben in the locker room during another night shift. Sharon bites into Ben's sandwich. She is lovely. Sharon's face is pickled. She misses Ben as he uncomfortably instructs her to brush it off. Before Sharon departs, Ben tenderly wipes her face. Ben wants to freeze time for a week, but can only slow it down. Ben is saddened to learn Matt asked Sharon out. Ben then notes that crush may indicate both love and grief. Ben lists his crushes. His favorite was Tanya Green. Tanya suffered a grade school accident that cast her left arm. Ben found Tanya's group management highly intriguing. Tanya's friends teased her when her cast came off because her arm hairs had grown out. Ben comforted her while she wept. Thus, Ben began dating Tanya. Ben advised Tanya to wait before kissing for the first time one day. Since Tanya, her parents, and Tanya went to America the following day, Ben would always regret this. After a humiliating 26-0 defeat, Ben's employer, Jenkins, organizes a weekend football game for the workers. Matt's throw smacks Jenkins in the face. Matt takes Jenkins, who is bleeding, to the hospital. The squad leaves Ben and Sharon alone. Ben and Sharon learn about each other at a local restaurant. Ben learns Matt did not sleep with Sharon there. Ben and she then share their aspirations. Sharon had always wanted to meet a painter because she believes they would see beauty in everything, which she finds lovely. That night, they liked each other. Ben uncomfortably kisses Sharon on the cheek while walking her home. Jenkins announces a birthday celebration the next day, inviting everyone. Sharon invites Ben to be her party date, and Ben is delighted. Ben gets a stripper at his birthday party as a surprise from Jenkins. Ben will drive Scene to the party if Scene helps him. Scene hires a stripper at a bar with Ben. Ben just thought of Sharon while there. He imagines Sharon in the dark corner with just a shining pole to guide her. Sharon dances around the pole and stares at Ben in a tight black dress. Ben's mesmerized. Sharon asks Ben the night before the party whether he will attend with her. Sharon kisses Ben upon acceptance. That kiss was the only thing that put Ben to sleep. Ben sleeps until the afternoon after 4 weeks awake. A guy calls Ben to exhibit his paintings in a gallery. Sadly, Matt and Brick are up to their antics again. Ben claims he no longer thinks about Susie or the gorgeous ladies at work. Sharon consumes him. Because of her beauty, he continues drawing Sharon into a timeless universe. Everyone is preparing for the celebration tonight. Ben brings Sharon up from her apartment and joyfully informs her about the gallery's offer. Sharon celebrates with him during the celebration. The celebration started before Ben and Sharon arrived. Jenkins is jing, Matt and Brick are dancing, and Scene gets rejected again. Ben is surprised to see Susie at the party and learns that Steve, Susie's boyfriend, is Jenkins' brother. Ben and Sharon keep partying after a strange talk with Susie. The stripper appears unexpectedly. She lap dances in front of Jenkins. Post-dance, the female approaches Scene. Natalie, the stripper, is Scene's childhood buddy. Hello. And they get along immediately. Susie approaches Ben in the upstairs bathroom queue. Jenkins is also attempting to get close to Sharon below. Brick plans to ride a box down the stairs. On the stairs, everyone watches Brick. Susie kisses Ben to reconcile. Brick was going to tumble down the stairs, so Sharon checked the top level. Sharon is furious to witness Ben and Susie kissing. Ben pulls Susie aside and races to Sharon, who is leaving and going for the door. Ben freezes time again and realizes he cannot undo what occurred. Ben leaves Sharon after 2 days. Ben rushes to Sharon's place to explain, but she is so furious she cannot see. Ben sleeps poorly for a few days after leaving her apartment. Ben seldom sees Sharon at work either. Ben visits the art museum Matt and Brick call from. He realizes he has been duped when the art business owner denies a meeting. Before leaving, the owner notices Ben's Sharon doodles. Ben gets a gallery night when the owner is intrigued. Sharon is invited to Ben's A Frozen Second art display. She visits the exhibition despite being upset with Ben. That night, she is astonished to see all the art about her. Hundreds of drawings depict her. Sharon looks awestruck. Ben looks at her. When Ben attempts to explain what occurred at the party again, Sharon advises him not to. The art display speaks volumes. After kissing Sharon, time freezes again, but Ben and Sharon may move in the frozen world. Sharon and Ben walk through 1,000 snowflakes. The lovers kiss again in timelessness. Ben thinks about how love is always there if you seek it and how sometimes you have to pause or you could miss it. The end.